Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jeremy with Guillermo Auto. About this video, it's about doing seatbelts in a 98 Jeep Cherokee. I didn't see anything on the web. I think I saw one video on YouTube on how to take it out. So I figured I'd make a video. I used the aftermarket belt because the dealer one was like 300 bucks and this one I got for 70. The brand I got is this one right here. It's called the Core Brew Harness Belts 43321. I'll put a link in the description where to get this one. This picture's on here, like disregard that picture. That's not what it looks like, but I did have to do a slight modification. It's in the video coming up, but I didn't have to cut holes in any panels or nothing like that. I just had to move the mount from the old belt to the new belt because the new belt didn't have one. But other than that, yeah, go ahead and well, one sec, buddy. We'll get to the video so you can see. It's a step-by-step video on how to do it. So please like, subscribe, comment, you know, if you have any more information on it. And thanks for watching. Alright guys, so first we're going to take these screws out. These have little covers you gotta pop off. They look like this. Oop. They look like that. Careful, they fly off. I use this little screwdriver. Flathead is, you know, thin enough to get in there, and you take those two little covers off, and then inside of these are Phillips screws. Just go ahead and get these out. Lay them aside. It's called a sunscreen. This one I just had to use a little Phillips on a ratchet because it's kind of a tight fit. Okay, I got it out. Wiggle this panel loose. It's actually tucked behind the dash a little bit by the windshield. As you can see over here, it comes off. This part slides underneath the other part. I just kind of wiggle it out. But the front of it is behind the dash. We have to kind of loosen a couple dash parts up to wiggle it out. Yeah, it's stuck behind there. So as you can see, this goes underneath the bottom part too. So just keep that in mind. So first I'm going to do is get these two, or get this screw out, and just try to get this area loose enough to where I can wiggle this out. Might be some screws underneath as well. Another tight fit. There's a Phillips. So I got that out. Look for any more screws. If not, this little panel pops off. Mine pops off. I don't know if yours will have a screw on it or not. And then I'm going to loosen this bolt because it's attached to there as well, and see if there's any more down here. So yeah, I'm just going to get this bolt off, see if I can get this loose enough to wiggle the side panel out. And oh, there's one on this side as well, so you want to get that too. Alright, so I got those two screws out. I'm going to go and drop this, put it aside. Sorry for the sun. And let's see. Yeah, I see the screw right here. I got this screw out and this screw out, and then I was able to wiggle it loose enough to get the part above it loose enough, and then I wiggled this side panel out. So that's how I got this out. If you can get it out without doing that, you know, more power to you. But I got it out now. We're going to put these aside just to save room. Alright, so now let's see, we're going to take this this bottom panel off. I'm thinking about taking this off next, just because the seatbelt goes through it. And these are Phillips. There's about 4 screws, and they're Phillips. They're kind of long too, so might need like a tight screwdriver to get in there. Alright, I got this one. I got this one. And then for this, I might have to take this panel off on the seat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. It's just too close to the seat panel. Oh, sorry for my kid's foot. And this one, I might be able to move the seat. Yeah, on this one I was able to move the seat forward a little bit and get this in there. Be able to get this one off. Alright. And then so to get to this screw, I gotta take this side panel off of the seat. It's 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3 back here. It's like a little smaller one back here. So go ahead and undo these. Alright. I'll go ahead and get the one in the back. Alright, that's out. Yeah, the one in the back's a little smaller. Alright, so this comes off. Don't pull too hard because the little selector things, little selector button assemblies screwed to it. There's a screw. Just gonna go ahead and take this off just to get it out the way in case I need it out the way for stuff in the future. Just 2 Phillips. Go ahead and zap these out. Oh, always get your screw if it falls. Alright, got that. I'll move this aside. I'll just push this back in the seat for now. And now I got enough room to get to that screw. Alright, go ahead and get this one. Okay, got it. I'm gonna wiggle this panel loose here. It's coming off. It's a little tight over here because it kind of hugs the molding. So just be careful wiggling it. This top one also hugs the molding as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just be gentle and try to pull this off. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take this off. I took this cover off. It goes over the seat belt, and I'm gonna take this bolt out. It's Torx bolt. I think it's T50. Alright, just go ahead and undo this. Go ahead and get this top part of the seat belt off. Alright, undo it. And you might want to hold on to this bolt because you might use this as opposed to the aftermarket bolts that came in the kit. I ended up using the aftermarket bolt, but you know, just in case, I'll just save these bolts and note that washer where that is. Okay, so here's the bolt that came off the seat belt. I'm going to put this aside. So yeah, with that off, this came off a lot easier. I could just pull it off. So this comes off. And that just hugs the molding as well. Alright, so now I can come down here. I took this screw out. And then I pulled this back and I could see the seat belt. Just kind of wiggle and play with this to get it out. And keep in mind the seat belt goes through it, so you gotta, you know, I think I pulled the seat belt through it. And now I got that off. There's a Torx bolt down here that holds the seat belt to the frame. Just go and get these off. Alright, it's on there pretty tight. Alright, let's unscrew this.
Yep.
Get this unscrewed. Alright, gotta pull this off. The bolt. So after I undid that bolt, I was able to just pull the bottom part out of here and go ahead and move this bottom panel somewhere safe. This plastic's kind of brittle. Alright, so here's my my old seat belt. Let's go ahead and put it over here. I was comparing them to the new one. Here's the new one. Don't mind the whole get up here. That's, I don't know why that picture's on there. This is a 3-point, they call it. So I was looking at these. These ones come with bolts in them. You know, nice and black. So, and you can take these bolts out if you need to. They're not like fixed in there. You can take them out. Just move the washers out and I believe they come out. This one, it doesn't fit in the new one. These are different. I mean the old one. So your new seatbelt won't fit in your old like clicker. Alright, so I put my new seatbelt in just to kind of look at it. And the top part mounts up fine. But what I realized is these two bottom pieces are different from my stock one. And basically my stock one has mounts on it and these ones don't. So when I mount it, it just it sits a lot lower and sticks out further and I can't get my panel back on. So I'll go and show you. Let me get them together. So here's my old one. It has this mount. And even the bottom part of the belt has like a longer silver piece on it. So what I'm going to try to do is drill these out on the seat belt and then mount it to my other belt. I'm going to take these two out. I don't know about this part yet. I don't think I'm going to do anything with this part. Yeah, this sits too low and this is what's happening. My panel just hits it and it won't. I can never get my panel back on if I left it like this. It has to sit up higher. I mean, you can cut your panel if you want, and you could go that route, but I'm not going to do that. But I think I saw in a video someone did that one time. Alright, so here's my belt. I'm going to drill these out. I'm going to use carbide bits, you know, just with a regular drill. You know, see I got it started. And I'm not trying to make bigger holes or anything. I'm just trying to drill these out. See, I got my bit here, and I'm just using like a, you know, just a regular drill. I'd recommend carbide bits. They do the job better and they don't break as much. Alright, so I got it drilled out and you know, made kind of two holes, and it's weird, it fits right in, it slides right in this new one, like perfect. I think I'm gonna drill this big hole out and then put a big bolt through there to make it, you know, like a strong hold on it. So yeah, so here it is. I drilled out the center hole, the bigger one, and put a bolt through it. Use the smaller aftermarket bolt if you can. But yeah, this one has a washer on it, but I'm gonna change that out. Or the bolt has like a spot where it I don't know the name. It has like a circle below the bolt head, and I gotta use a different bolt because that sticks out too much. But yeah, this is what you do. I mean, well, this is what I did, and then it fits on there perfectly. I can mount it just how the old one was. And I don't think I need to mess with the bottom belt. I don't think I need to mess with this. I think I can get away with just mounting this to right here. Just like that. Alright, so just gonna mount it back up again and see how it goes. And these threads down here, I think they had Loctite in them or something, so just be careful when you're putting these bolts in, not to cross thread your threads. Yeah, like see, this bolt had Loctite on it, so the threads are a little rough in there. And also remember that when you run it, you have to run it through this slot in the bottom panel first before you bolt it on. Okay, here's my my new latch, I guess it's called. And I was thinking I might as well just put my new latch on and have it connected while I'm doing everything, so I don't, like, you know, have the seatbelt twisted wrong or something and then not find out until I'm all done. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in now. The old seatbelt latch is down here. You have to take this cover off, and it's connected by this torque bolt, and it's mounted upside down. And I was trying to get something in there, but I couldn't. It's just too close to the floor. See right here. And I'm not sure what it takes. I think it's like T50 or something. What is this? This kind of fit in it. I don't know. You'll have to look. I'm sorry, I don't remember. But yeah, it was the socket was just too big. It wouldn't fit under here. You might have something that could fit, and that would be great. But I don't. So I'm gonna have to take the seat out. There's a 13mm here. 18mm nut right here. Wire connectors underneath the seat that needs to be disconnected. I think mine has two, and then these two 13mm right here. And then the seat should come out with those after you disconnect these two connectors as well. Alright, so yeah, also I moved the seat up, and then I was able to get to these better. This one here, this Torx that I'm trying to get, you might be able to get lucky if you can move your seat back and forth to make it have enough room. I didn't, so I had to take my seat out. But now that I got it out, here's that, you know, if you take these 4 spots out, and then I disconnected this connector and the one that goes to the seat belt, this here, and then I was able to just take the seat out. Wasn't a big deal. Here's that bolt, the guy that makes us take the seat out. I'm gonna go and take him off and put my new belt buckle on. And you have to take this wire. This wire is connected to the belt too. And here we go. Go ahead and try to figure out how I'm going to build this new bracket. This comes in the kit, and you could use this to just kind of make your bracket. All right, so here's what my new one's going to be. I just put a nut and bolt with that bracket, and it'll mount right here. It's almost the same, not quite, but almost the same. But yeah, I got that in. Alright, so when I had my seat out, as you can see, my carpet's real dirty. This is just a good time, on a side note, to clean. I cleaned my center console here and cleaned up my carpet a little bit, as much as I could. This seat belt connector, this little black wire. So my new aftermarket one doesn't come with a connector. So what I'm going to do, at the end of the video, you could watch and see what I did to remedy this. You can leave it unplugged. Might have your airbag light come on, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna take the old one and jumper it together. I'll show you at the end of the video. But for right now, I'm gonna go and put my seat in. Go ahead and put these 13mm bolts back in. Go ahead and get these down. And these don't gotta be like super tight like you're going to the moon. I just get them really good, you know, pretty tight, a little more than snug, but they don't gotta be like extremely tight. Go Go ahead and get this one down. I moved the seat up to get this one. And then put my 18mm nut back on. I'll have to get my wrench on this and tighten it down. Yeah, my socket's a little too big. I'll have to get my wrench. Oh yeah, I got it in here with a smaller ratchet. And this cover goes back over this piece. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and plug my seatbelt in now. And then run it. Just so, you know, it's not gonna get twisted and me not know about it. This just kind of help me out, get it set up right. So I got plugged in, and then I put my bolt in up here. And remember, it has to go through this plastic part and then get bolted in. Which is kind of annoying, but that's just the way it is. Alright, so yeah, now that I have it all mounted up right, as you can see right here, this is how I mounted it. There's the mount that I put on, and then there's the bottom of the new belt. And yeah, for that one that I used to mount the old mount to the new belt, don't use this bolt. This one's just too thick. Go ahead and use a smaller one like this, and that way your plastic part will fit on better. Because I had that longer one and it was pushing this plastic part out too far. Alright, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down. It's a 14mm. This is the new bolt that I'm using. Go and get that tight. And yeah, as you can see, everything's tight. This actually holds, and it gets tight whenever I pull on it. So now the video is pretty much just gonna be everything going back together. You know, the panels, everything. Go ahead and put this back on. It just kind of slides on, and then the two screws in the front, right here and right here. So I put my screws in, I put my covers back on. Go ahead and put these on. These are the Phillips. Hold the dash back down. Oh yeah, and on this, sorry, the metal panel has to go on before that top screw on the other side. But I got this screw back in, and then this just pops back in. And these little red hole, so I got that back on. Put this back on. This just takes those two screws, get back on the panel. And I put this panel back on. Oh shoot. Yeah, sorry. This panel, okay guys, here's my connector I cut off my seatbelt. I'm just going to separate these two wires right for now, and then put them together, heat shrink them together, or just electrical tape it, and then I'm going to plug it back in. This was on my seatbelt again. I did it, I haven't had any problems. You can leave it unplugged if you want. If you don't have a light on, you know, it should be okay. It might affect your airbag, I'm not sure, but this is what I'm doing just to make it think that the seatbelt's plugged in. But I hope this video helps. Please like, subscribe to my channel, comment if you have any more information to help everybody out. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe if you like my videos. Thanks.